Thanks to Manscaped for supporting TigerBelly. Manscaped is the #1 in men's below-the-belt grooming with the right tools for the job. Get 20% off, free shipping, and a free travel bag with the code BELLY at manscaped.com.
Let's go.
Do you do your countdown?
5.
I'm not ready yet, though.
Okay.
Give me a second.
His sister, his sister was gonna come, but she was afraid she was gonna get roasted.
Sister?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna make fun of her. Dude,
She gets nervous around cameras.
Oh, really?
So yeah.
Where does she live?
She lives kind of close to me.
Oh yeah.
Is she
We're both
older or
Bay Area.
younger?
Way older. She's like 30. I don't even know if she's cool with me saying it.
yeah. No,
She's in
don't
her
say
30s.
that. In the
Well,
30s.
I would have been.
Early
I would have
30s.
liked her some 30-something-year-old energy here. I'm old.
Yeah.
Well, 30-something is not old.
All right, do the countdown.
All right, let's go.
5, 4.
What is that hat?
Chicago
Bulls. My God, Bobby.
I like it. I mean,
The Portland Trail Blazers.
no. Hey, don't be foolish.
No, because
Right.
the Scottie Pippen connection though.
But Michael Jordan played there, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
there we
Who
go.
else?
Start-
Who else?
Pippen.
Yeah.
Wait, okay. He just said that.
Yeah.
Who else?
Just fuck it. Do the countdown. We're not even doing it yet. Go ahead.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Is that a jacket?
Yeah.
It's thin though, right?
It's like a windbreaker.
That thing is dope. It's like a bomber
It's like
jacket.
a valet guy jacket.
It's a bomber jacket, but it's like
Okay, Khalyla?
yeah. It's
Right?
definitely it's like if you wear that jacket, it's like I suck dick too, or something like that, right?
Here are your keys.
Do
I'm
the
gonna
countdown.
suck a dick.
Do the countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome. Do it again.
5, 4.
Welcome to another time. Right, we're here.
Mm-hmm.
And I took a nap. I'm a little delirious, but and here's the thing. A lot of times I don't know, because I knew this guy was going to be on the podcast this week, but we thought it was going to be Mo Collins,
Yeah.
right? And tomorrow was going to be this guy, right?
And what was I saying in the room? I was like, this is my Mo Collins outfit. This is my
yeah.
Noah Mack outfit.
Yeah. And we were like, so, and also I know Mo, so I was kind of like, I know Mo, it'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But then I woke up from a nap, and then I heard, Noah Mack's here. And I go, what's he doing here? Right? And then, no, I'm in here. But,
We flipped the days. We
we
thought
flipped
you
the
were
days.
coming
It's
tomorrow.
fine. But here's the
sorry.
thing, Noah, don't say anything. Noah, don't say anything. No, here's the thing, okay? Everybody, what the fuck is that? Okay, everybody knows I'm obsessed with a couple of things. And I'm obsessed with The Voice. I'm obsessed with American Idol. I'm obsessed with those types of shows, okay? But that's not it. There's a couple of people I'll watch and I'll go, oh, that person has this ability, or there's something special about that person. But then every once in a while, every once in a while, the Lord will, put somebody on the show. It'll make our spiritual tales whimper in the night.
Ooh.
I just wrote that.
I like that one.
I just wrote that. Write that down. Spiritual tales whimpering in the night.
Wow.
And I want to explain to you who this guest is. We were watching The Voice a couple years ago. Was it a year ago?
Two seasons
Two
ago,
seasons
I think,
ago?
right? Yeah.
And
Like
Yeah.
that.
is this embarrassing? Am I being too much?
You're fine.
I think I'm doing too much. I feel like I'm doing too much.
No, it's good for the ego.
Yeah, good. And we saw this high school kid. At the time, you were in high school. Are you still in high school?
No,
All right.
He's not.
But you were in high school then, right?
At that time?
I was.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
This kid from high school, he goes up there, auditions, and I could hear titty milk coming out of her tits. She's so
My
excited.
tits?
Yeah.
Or your tits.
I was lactating?
when he was
When
when
he was in
auditioning,
high school, you can't
I don't
say
care.
that my
I don't
tits
care.
were lactating.
And that's why I want to call Dr. Phil or the police or something.
You think my pedophilia came out?
Yeah, because
In the
when
form of
he
milk.
was singing, Bryce, when he was singing, you heard this coming right out of her tits, man. And I had a little come out, but that wasn't gay. I had a little come squirt out.
That just
But
happens.
it's not. It just happens.
happens.
I get premature ejaculation.
Yeah.
And that's a medical thing. And that's not gay. And that's not pedophilia. Because he's an adult.
He's an adult
I
now.
am now.
Yeah, now.
Yeah. I want everyone to give a round of applause for Noah Mack. Everybody clap their hands.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's great.
Thank you for having me.
Now, I never thought that you would do this podcast. So, but then we got contacted by you, right?
Because we've only talked about him 80 out of
I know, but
80
still,
episodes straight.
he's like the chupacabra. We don't know if he really exists.
Yeah, because you know what Bobby does? He falls in love with certain contestants and he obsesses about them and he follows them on Instagram and
not
or
gay.
he tweets at them,
not a gay
but
thing.
not a single one ever tweets him back
That's
but
right.
you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
You did. I think Chloe Kohansky mentioned
she did a
me.
like.
She did a like or something,
Yeah.
right?
And that's it.
Yeah, but you're the only one ever. Like, I still follow. I still watch The Voice. I still watch American Idol. And I'll tweet at people.
I remember when there was a 15-year-old girl, what was her name, like Mariah, and you were like, "Dear Mariah," and then the next day you were like, and 3 weeks later he was like, "Can you believe she hasn't even thrown me a like?
Yeah.
she hasn't
That's
responded."
crazy.
It's crazy.
I'm
Do you know
surprised.
Mariah?
No.
Mariah wasn't on his season, right?
Oh. Oh, no.
No, she was like
She was like
a
a
rock
rocker
star.
girl.
No,
rock
she was
girl.
on my season.
Yeah, she was
I
on
do
your
know
season.
her.
Yeah, she's young, right?
Yeah.
So many. That season that you were though.
Uh-huh.
What a season!
Yeah, that's crazy.
Great people.
Yeah.
We should
For
probably
sure.
mention that it's The Voice.
100%.
The Voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You, right? You were in it.
Yeah.
That
correct.
little girl from Indiana, was that her from there too?
Yeah, Addison?
Addison,
Addison.
Agan, Agan,
Yeah,
Is that her name?
Hagen.
Agan.
Yeah.
You had Chloe on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else was your year? Your year was it was a good one.
Yeah.
Brooke Simpson.
Brooke Simpson.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Crazy. She just released a
Heavyweight.
single. Did you see
Yeah,
that?
Really
What?
good.
She's incredible. She just released a single.
She did.
Yeah.
Is it killing?
It's pretty sick. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's pop as hell. and
Yeah.
it's great. Like, it's great for
Yeah, she's probably one of the best singers. But that's why you have to feel proud, Noah, because your specific year, you had like 10 guys on there, people that were like fucking amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And you rose to that surface, which means, right, that not only were you on a difficult show, but you shined brightly amongst, you know what I mean, that season.
Yeah, but there was something about you that also set you apart.
There we
I
go.
feel like you, that there was definitely something. Like I feel
That's
like
what I'm saying, but I wanna-
everyone
yeah.
was a great singer, but you sort of produced and did your own thing, and you know,
Yeah.
it was different. There was a curation there. Like you kind of curated your own performances compared to the other contestants that year.
Like your
Right?
dad built you a little studio, right, or whatever.
Are we sounding really obsessive right
No,
now?
no, no.
Yeah,
you're
I
good.
think- I don't give a fuck.
I love it.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm cool with it. I'm cool with
I'm
it.
gonna go crazy. You know what I mean? So what place did you take on that season?
I think it was like 5th place.
Yeah.
I'm still shocked.
What, you got eliminated or you went that far?
That I went that far. I didn't want to,
Yeah.
and it was crazy. I wanted to last one round and get the hell out of there.
Really?
Yeah, and start making music. Yeah,
It must have been nerve.
I don't even watch the show, honestly, and
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I don't watch the show.
It's fine. This is fucking amazing to me.
I don't usually watch reality TV, especially don't anymore after that experience. But
Yeah.
it feels weird. But yeah, I wanted to get the hell out of there and make music. Like that's what
Right.
I was doing before, and I just wanted to get back to it. That whole experience was kind of like it was a move that I wanted to make because I needed fans. I needed people watching me.
Yeah.
At the time, I had no idea who I was. I had no idea what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So it provided a direction. It provided fans, and I did it, and people somehow liked it, even though I had no idea what the hell was going on. Like,
Yeah.
I had no idea what kind of, if I was pop, if I was soul, if I was rock. I had no idea. I just took whatever song they gave me, and
But you know what you are.
I'm starting to now.
Yeah.
Starting to.
Even when I watched you, there was a sense of why we liked you in the first place is because if you were just some just some regular jock or some guy that was like has just a super clinical voice. That was, I'd be like, oh yeah, he's okay. There was something different though about you, which was special. It's the tone of your voice, right? How deep you can go, like that river song that he did. Remember?
Oh, back the river.
Yeah, and then he was on the. Remember?
It's hilarious.
Remember he was in right. I don't know how it goes, but whatever, right? But then like he was playing the piano, and then all of a sudden like he took the mic off the thing, right? Stood back up. Remember, right?
Yes,
like, oh yeah, whatever the river. How does the river go?
I'm surprised.
Oh yeah, river, right? Yeah. And the guy you competed against, I remember, was the dude that was same type as you, and he seems like a really nice guy. He was a wrestler, right?
Something.
Yeah. Right. Because he was nervous, and you went second.
Yeah.
So this is what happened. This is what happened.
Can't remember.
I'm gonna tell you what happened.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you what happened.
Reenacting season 13.
So the guy was up there, right? The other guy was up there, right? And he was whatever. I don't even remember what he was singing, right? But you could tell he was a little nervous.
Yeah.
Okay. And I saw you, in the corner how they have when it's the knockout row. Was it the knockouts?
I think so.
It was knockouts.
Battles or knockouts?
Was it no, I think it was either. He doesn't know.
I don't know. I think it was knockouts.
It was knockouts.
I don't know.
And so the guy's singing, and then Noah's in the, when the other guy, the other contestant is on stage but in the corner. Yeah, it's got to be knockouts because he was sitting there like, like this. You know what I mean? You know how you sway. You know how they cut to you?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
and then, you're going, oh, this guy's my friend. He's doing good. Or whatever, right? You know how they do that? Yeah. But they're scared. They always do their shoulder. They're so nervous because like, oh my God, I'm going to bum. You know what I mean? I can't imagine, right, the pressure.
Yeah.
And then, so he goes, and as soon as you opened your mouth, we were just like, yeah, just go, other guy.
Yeah, goodbye.
He seems like a nice guy.
He was nice.
He was really,
but
really sweet.
that's the episode that you really rose, I thought.
And
because weren't you with somebody, you were with Blake Shelton.
And then he moved over to J HUD, right?
He got rid of you, right?
Oh, she stole you.
Yeah, and then she stole me. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she stole you, Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When he let you go, how did you feel?
Well, honestly, again, like I said, I wanted to last one round. Right? So
the show.
I want to rewind to the beginning. Like how did you even get into the auditions? Like, do they pick them? Do they recruit you?
They have like auditions that they hold in like, thousands and thousands of people come, and then they narrow it down and they narrow it down. And there's like 10 rounds that you have to go through before you get there. For me, they did just contact me like out of nowhere.
Ooh.
I had a YouTube channel. I did like 5 covers. I had like maybe 100 subscribers. And for some reason they found me. I was camping with my parents. They called me up and asked if I wanted to do it. First thing I said, I didn't say this to them, but I said straight up to my parents, I was like, no, I'm not doing it.
Sorry to interrupt, but we have one of our favorite sponsors.
Rich Wallet, the future in your pocket. Good times are good for you.
Good times are good
for you. The Ridge Wallet is the #1 wallet sponsor that we have. It's the only one that I carry because it's the one I use in my regular life. Yep. It's slick. Give me the fucking thing. Can I swear? It's slick. RFID protection. If you like the money clip here, it comes with tools and all these little other gadgets that you can make the perfect wallet. It is the only thing that I use. It is the only, sponsor that does this for us, which is the wallet thing.
Cool.
And we love Rich Wallet. Tell them about it.
What else they have, Gilbert?
Guys, they also have backpacks right here. So also check that out. Also power chargers that Khalyla uses.
I use them all the time. And they have the phone cases where you can also just double up as a wallet as well.
And if you're feeling like John Wick, they also have knives. So check that out. But don't stab anyone. Guys, get 10% off today with free worldwide shipping by going to ridge.com/slep. That's ridge.com/slep and use the code SLEP. Link in the description. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
I had also just been contacted by the show on like ABC or something called Boy Band, And so they they had me. They were like,
You love that idea.
they were like, we'll fly you out to LA. You stay in a hotel. We'll feed you, all that stuff.
That's what boy band said?
You hang out with all these guys. You don't have to sign a contract. You're just here just to hang out, see how you feel. We know that you're kind of hesitant on it. So I was like, fine, I'll come down. And then as soon I met everybody, it was great. The contracts came out. They said, you really want to do this. You do. Yeah. And so I was like, no, I'm out. I'm sorry. And then that after that, the voice contacted me. And at that point I was feeling like, wow, there's people like me. That's crazy.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And so when they called, I was like, nope, better things are coming. And I just,
You said no to the
reality
voice.
TV
You said no to the voice first too?
I did. Like right off the bat, I was like, it's the same
Is
thing.
your titty milk happenings right now?
Yeah.
I have a little comment. Anyway, no, it's not gay and not sexual.
Just biology.
Just biology. Yeah, it's called medicine
It's called
Alright.
it's called medicine.
and biology. Now listen to me.
Yeah,
You said no to boy band and the voice.
I did.
And what did your parents say?
Oh, they said, you're doing it.
You're-
Too
no,
bad.
you-
You said no to the first one. You're doing this one.
You're doing the voice.
Yeah. And
Your
it-
parents said that.
Yeah, and it
And
was exponentially better seeming than the boy band show, obviously.
Yeah.
Correct.
And little by little, like I was persuaded in many ways by my parents, by the people around me.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna be on TV, man. Like you don't even know. You have 100 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
You're gonna have way more than that after, and it was
Yeah.
all true. So doing it ended up being a great move. I met so many amazing people.
Yeah.
There's so many aspects of it that was just that I can never bash on. Like there were so many things about it that I absolutely love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're learning so many different things. And the number one thing that you learn is something that I stress to everybody is, and the reason why I watch it in the first place is I like when people can conquer or like a bunch of pressure. When they can walk through the fear, right, and be that nervous and hit it, right, on television in that moment is something that most humans can't do. But when they can do it, I'm in awe. Because I'm not gonna brag about me, but I've done, I've done the Tonight Show, whatever, right? And I remember being back there going so scared and like praying to whatever. I don't even really believe in a biblical God. And then you do it, you do the best you can, and people go, "Oh man, that was great," right? And you go, "Oh my God, I did it." So when I watch young guys like this do it, I get inspired, bro.
So basically, Bobby wants to be Carson Daly. That's
That would
his
be
dream
sick. That would be awesome, man.
So enthusiastic.
Dude, I'd do it again if you were Carson Daly.
yeah, I'm being real. I mean, I've always wanted to say other family members, congratulations.
Is that what you want to say? Okay, so
Yeah,
how
yeah,
would
'cause
do
you know
it?
how they do
Hold
that
on,
to
hold
the-
on. I want to know what first interview with Noah Mack. You know that his parents, were the ones that pushed him to be on the show. This is the first time you're meeting.
does he do interviews?
In the back.
Yeah, in the
I
back
do.
they're talking.
Oh, you
I
do?
do, and I suck at them. I suck at them so bad. No.
Here's your redemption
You see,
right
you see
now.
the edited version, right?
Yeah.
That's why I was so nervous for this because I suck at interviews, and the thing that was pulling me through was like,
Really, there's stuff they edited out probably.
oh yeah, like I take like hours to do like a 30-second interview. It's awful.
I can
Really?
only imagine.
Yeah.
What do you like about The Voice? I just want to get out the first round.
Yeah,
I want to
I want
leave.
it out of there. There wasn't a lot that I like felt.
So your
good about.
parents, so your parents go, you're doing it, right?
Okay, you're
Yeah,
Carson
yeah, yeah.
Daly, babe.
So
Come
now,
on.
no, let's go to the audition now. So you,
Hack it.
yeah, you're
I don't believe you now.
because I
Every
don't,
day you're like, babe, I need this job. I need this job. I need this job. I'm asking you to showcase your skills.
Yeah, there you go. It's an audition. Got this. You got
All right,
this.
so how long you been singing, Noah?
It's your Carson boy.
How long you sing? How long you been singing?
Oh, are you actually?
Yeah,
asking?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh God,
long
you
you
are
been
bad at
doing
this.
Oh man.
How long you been doing it?
As soon as I'm in an interview setting,
Yeah.
it's
Where
over.
you from? Where you from?
Oh man, I'm from the Bay Area.
Yeah. Anyway, good luck.
Thank
That's
you,
all.
man.
That to be the interview.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
it.
and it's pretty good.
It's-
I don't care
Hey,
what you
I
say.
did better than I did on The Voice with you asking
Oh,
me
really?
questions just then. Yeah, so
Now, when you're up there auditioning, is there a rehearsal?
yeah.
All right, so you have a
yeah.
rehearsal, and then when you're out there, 1 through 10, what is your nerves?
I think for the rehearsals and stuff, it was like none. I was
nerves.
so confident in like the fact that like I get in, I get a lot of publicity. I don't get in, I get to go home. So I was like,
Right. Oh,
again,
wow.
like I was cool for a lot of reasons, but as soon as it was the actual audition, that hit hard, and I wasn't expecting it.
Wow.
And
You mean the nerves?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
And people will talk about that first audition and talk about how, oh, your fast vibrato, it's so beautiful or whatever. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm physically shaking so
That's what
hard.
it is.
That's not vibrato, man.
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah.
It's fear.
It's actual
Yeah.
shaking.
You're
so
fast
to go.
vibrato.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like, he has such a quick vibrato. It reminds me of
Yeah. No, that's my heart coming out of my mouth.
yeah, no, for real.
Yeah, that's not vibrato.
Yeah.
So now I'm in your head, right?
Mm-hmm.
How fast did anyone turn for you?
I honestly don't remember.
You just try to like block out this entire.
I really have.
experience?
This is like revisiting some stuff right now.
Are we like picking apart an old wound? Like
Yeah, it
trauma?
feels like
Yeah.
therapy. Yeah, this is
Yeah,
weird.
yeah.
But no, it's cool.
You know what I like? You know what also like? You know what I hate when someone's auditioning and you can tell that they did the best part of the song where they know that that's where they shine,
Yeah.
and still no one's turned.
Yeah.
Right. So in their head, they're still singing. In their head, they know there's nothing further in the song
Yeah.
that I can do
To capture
make
them?
them turn.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
fucked. When I see that in their face,
Fast
it
forward.
feels so good to watch.
And we actually fast forward through it.
we
'cause
do
you
fast
can't
forward.
handle
Yeah, I
that,
can't handle it.
The disappointment.
That's why when someone like you does it and they kill it, you know what I mean? We go, oh shit, right? And here's another. It just came up with another thing that you did on the show, and I'm sorry, this is embarrassing. What's that Phil Collins song?
Something in the air.
Something
Feel it in the air,
or something like
that.
tonight, right?
Yeah.
This fucking white dude right here, bro. This fucking guy right here, dude. This young white, good-looking, like talented kid right
Young
here, man.
white.
Young white with his bulgy eyes, bro. This dude right here, dude. Kill that song. Did you squirt shit out of your tits or what?
Why do you keep putting it on me?
Yeah.
You squirt shit out of your
Yeah,
tits.
yeah.
Projecting a lot
That,
of
okay,
Khalyla.
that you should watch it on YouTube. Everyone watch it. You know he does that song for Phil Collins. You slowed it down, very deep up front.
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus said some fucking sexual thing.
Yeah. A couple times.
Yeah.
I know. If she was in with Hemsworth,
She was with Thor's brother.
Thor's brother, right?
I
Because she was acting a little crazy on that show. When
She was not.
perform, yeah.
She was acting like the way every girl felt. Probably she would just happen to have the mic, including you and your lactation.
So does that bother you that you when girls see you, people scream because you're cute or whatever? Does that bother you?
Oh, that's sick. I love that. Are you kidding me?
I know it feels sick.
that's
yeah.
awesome.
What's it
Yeah.
supposed to be? You don't respect my artistry. Like that's.
For a little bit, like honestly, for a little bit, I was very much like that, where I was like, oh, okay, this is what it is. I saw the fan accounts posting pictures of me with little flower crowns and stuff like that, and at first I was like, oh, this is not who I want to be.
Yeah.
This is not good.
Yeah.
People do not understand me as a person. Now I just think it's awesome. Like I get to, because I'm gonna be doing my music no matter what.
Yeah.
And if people also like the way I look, or if people also like make fan accounts of me, that's like the coolest shit ever.
Yeah.
Like I'm so
I
down.
saw a couple of girls draw photos. I mean, they painted paintings of you.
I
and stuff like
love that.
Yeah.
I love fan art. It's like the coolest thing ever.
But you had you same girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
For
that's a little fucking.
over 3 years.
What?
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk too much about her.
I'm not going to talk about her at all.
But
That's all I said.
yeah. Okay.
That's all I fucking said was
all right.
girlfriend, and that's it.
No.
Why? What am I?
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
No, we talked about this before this podcast, and she was like, "You can talk me up as much as you want on that podcast.
Yeah.
Just keep it there." So
Right.
So that's where I'm.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying though that that's I think one of the reasons why you are who you are is because you knew that you were in this relationship. We didn't know much about her from the show. I think that they showed a photo or something. Did they?
No,
I don't
they
know.
didn't.
Anything? I don't probably nothing.
You did
Maybe I
a lot
imagined
of
it.
deep searching.
Yeah. I did some
on
searching.
social
Yeah.
media.
We tried to keep her away from that as much as possible, both of us, because she felt really uncomfortable with that situation, and
I
and
would
I
too.
do not blame her. Yeah.
Oh my god, I would too.
Yeah. It was hard.
Yeah, but you
both
know,
of us.
But Noah, right? You were a senior in high school when that happened.
Yeah.
Did you go back to school after that?
I did.
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry, but I'm sorry. That's a dream come true. Imagine, right? Were you popular before that in high school?
A little bit. Yeah.
You
I
were already
was.
popular.
Yeah, honestly, I was. Yeah.
Fuck, he's like a Chris D'Elia, this type. Tall. They fucking Chris D'Elia.
He just became more popular.
Right. Now he's all right. So you were already popular. So when you came back after you did the show, how did that feel? Walking on campus.
Walking the halls, yeah.
I was scared as hell. Because I don't. I think at that point in my life, like I think when I was in like middle school up to like maybe freshman, sophomore year, loved attention. Couldn't get enough of attention. Somewhere around sophomore year, I started hating it. And I went through like this phase where I couldn't even talk to people because I would get in my own head about how I'm coming off and who I really am.
Story of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
And it's so after that point, I kind of hated the fact that I would have to go to school. I'd have to confront all these people that would shower me with praise or give me all this attention that made me really, really uncomfortable at the time. But it was kind of crazy because everybody already knew me. So when I came back, everybody was pretty chill. It was like the lower classmen that didn't know me that would go wild.
If they saw you.
Yeah. But it was so weird. Wow. It was like little chunks of people, and it still is now. Where like I'm at a point now, and I love this, where I can just go anywhere I want and not really worry about
in your neighborhood
how I'm coming off. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'll be at the store, I'll be shopping, and I just won't even have to worry about people coming up to me. And then I'll go into another store, and I went into GameStop on Christmas or something to get something for my family or whatever, and then all of a sudden I just hear this scream out of nowhere from the back of the store. Oh my God, it's Noah Mac! And she, it's just some random lady that's just a crazy fan. And comes up to me and she wants to take pictures. So that's where I'm at with it right now.
Yeah.
It's just like I get surprised, which is cool. I kind of love that because I don't have to feel like I'm identifying as something for somebody else, I don't have to worry about people constantly coming up to me or being a role model for every single person that I encounter. So it's kind of cool. I just get surprised every now and then by some praise, and it's sick.
Sorry to interrupt, but we have an amazing sponsor.
You guys, I'm so excited about this.
Oh man.
Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, is that I love the Celeb King loves to shave his pubes.
Oh.
I've always done it.
Yeah.
Because of my swimming days, it slows the pubic hair slows the speed. The time, right? And I do my body hairs too. But my point though is that, but I had found out about this thing called Manscaped. It's a type of razor, and we were thinking about, I don't know, should we have the sponsor us? But I had to check it out first. So, I use this on my pubes.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I used the ones, like disposable ones.
Dude, that's how you bleed.
That's how you nick your ball sack.
Nick my ball sack. Something happens.
Something.
But this thing right here was so smooth, and it got to the, how sometimes razors, you can't angle it to get certain. This one is perfect.
It's skin-safe technology, and look at this. They have an anti-chafing ball deodorant.
Right. So I'm gonna draw you a little photo. Okay.
Yeah.
About how so check this out. Okay.
Yeah. Are you drawing your body or?
No, I'm just drawing something. Okay.
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 Just for people listening, also
Looks
the
like
lawn,
Batman.
the
What?
lawnmower 2.0 is also waterproof. So
Yeah.
The lawnmower?
yeah, they call
Yeah.
it the lawnmower.
So all right. So
Explain to the audio people as well.
right. So so this is your sack, right?
Yeah.
And this is your head,
Yeah.
right? But these are your legs right here. Okay.
Okay.
And there's little. See these areas right here, right? That little no man's land.
Oh, that's tough.
It's so hard with a razor, but this thing gets right in there, right? Manscaped is a great item that we use here on TigerBelly. I'm so proud that they're sponsoring us. It's called Manscaped, the Lawnmower 2.0. Tell them about it.
Guys, get 20% off the Perfect Package 2.0 kit with free shipping and a free travel bag with the code BELLY at manscaped.com. Get precision tools for your family jewels at manscaped.com using the code BELLY.
You know, I think in little doses, it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, it feels, you know...
There was a reaction.
Koreatown last night?
What do we create?
What was the story?
I mean, he went full-blown Korean Elvis outside of Sunungdan, our favorite restaurant.
What are you talking about?
So first a guy asks for his photo, and then a second person. And then usually at that point, you're like, okay, I'm going to chill in this corner while I'm waiting to get seated in the restaurant and just retreat, right?
Yeah.
No, instead he doubles down, he starts showcasing. He starts doing a dance in the corner, and then more people are like, whoa, that's Bobby Lee. And now it's like... And then he starts to full on peacock.
I didn't do it.
And he starts like poking at people, like, yeah, do this. And then now it's like 60 people who want to take a picture with him, and he is just in heaven.
I don't know.
Every now and then, that's cool.
Thank
though.
you.
I think that's great.
You know what?
Like you have
That's why.
you have to deal with that so much, right? That you have to hide a lot of times, and then sometimes it's just cool to.
I never hide.
He never has.
Oh, okay. Well,
I've never hid.
In fact, he will take a couple laps around a Pomona Mall
oh, I see.
just to.
But I'll tell you why. And
That's fine.
I know.
That's fine.
I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you guys why, because now I'm on the defense.
Oh no, don't be.
And I'm protecting myself. But you know, Noah, I just want to say that you have a lot of talent, but you're also, you know, a cute kid. Let's be honest, right? When I growing up, I was never considered a cute kid, and I was really shy. I wanted to be noticed, and no one would notice me, and you know, that's why sometimes when people notice me, I showcase, and I dance, and I act silly, and I run around like a little baby, and
That's
it's
cool.
fine.
You
right?
earned that.
Thank you, Noah.
I think that's sick.
You know what? Thank you for saying that, and I really appreciate it. So then, who are you friends with on that season of The Voice?
I was friends with a lot of people. My whole entire mindset going into it was kind of like jam out with as many people as I can. There were people that played piano, some of them played guitar, some of them were country. You know, you have everybody. You know. But it was just like, wow, I get to hang out with all these different types of musicians. How many can we fit into the hotel room and just like jam out? Wow. So I'd bring my laptop up there. I'd program some like
I have chills.
some beats or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'd start off some light production, and then we'd like have a guitarist like come in, and we do different songs. We do covers. We'd sometimes I'd write songs with people, and we just like jam out that way. It was so fun, and I realized I like that's so hard to find, because if I were in college, I feel like it would be a little bit easier, but I'm going full blown into music, so I miss it so much, just being able to have that many musicians at your fingertips, and just it's so nice.
And how when your relationship with your coaches, are they really like checking in every day, or is that just when
TV?
See, this is
Do you have to sign an NDA?
I did have to sign one, so I'm worried about that.
No,
Okay.
don't worry.
No,
No,
don't
no.
worry.
But
Work a way around
but
it.
I want to so bad.
I know.
Like, you don't know how bad I want to
Okay,
talk
this is
about
what we
this.
assume. You don't have to say
I'll
anything.
tell you
We're
what I
telling you.
assume. I'll
Yeah,
tell you
we're
what I
telling
assume.
you.
Go
Tell
ahead.
me what you assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just don't
We
react.
always assume everything is done for the camera. right?
Yeah.
Correct, babe?
Yeah.
We assume that the only time that the coaches get in contact with you is the time when the cameras are on, that there really is no true interpersonal relationship where they're like, I'm really going to help this kid grow into the artist.
Well, no.
I will say this.
Yeah.
I will say this. There are times when that does happen.
Okay.
There are.
Okay.
Yeah. I know.
Okay.
I know that.
You don't have to confirm nor deny. We're just
Yeah,
telling
yeah,
you
we're
what,
not.
yeah.
But there's no
Trying
way
to
that.
keep the positive.
Right,
I'll
right.
add in positive.
Yes. Add in the positives.
Okay.
But like, I know this is not happening. You wake up and Blake Shelton is texting you, going, "You ready today, boy?" Right? And you're like, "Nah, bro. That part of the bridge, I still don't have my falsetto."
All right.
And Blake's going,
I'll be
"Get
right-
it, boy.
Yeah.
Get some warm tea in your lungs
Yeah.
and fucking get it or whatever."
Inhale all
That doesn't
tea.
happen, right? He doesn't text
Well,
you.
he can't confirm or
Or
deny.
deny.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't confirm. Okay, all right.
nor deny.
Here's another thing, right? Another thing is that I feel like some coaches are better than others. Like for me, I think that Kelly Clarkson, although she wasn't on your year, Kelly Clarkson, I feel like is a good coach.
I feel like she would actually call her
I think she calls.
people.
I think she calls.
Yeah.
I can say this. Miley Cyrus.
I feel like she does.
All over it. All over it. Every single person on her team was like taken care of. She had emails sending back and forth. She really was
That's
like
why.
that.
Was Janis Freeman on your season?
She was. Yeah. She was insane.
She passed away
She did, yeah.
just recently.
Why did you bring that up?
I know.
I got all
Yes, that I believe.
sad bumps on my
fully.
body.
Okay, what other
She
assumptions
was
have we made?
Janice Freeman. Okay,
Incredible.
was your not only incredible, one of our favorites.
Mm-hmm.
We
Deserved
just
to win, in my opinion.
don't make me cry right now.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
No, shut the
I
fuck
agree.
up.
If you're going based off of talent alone,
Yeah,
deserve to win.
Yeah.
But there's a whole backside to her just as a person, just hanging
Yeah.
out with her, just meeting her. She is so freaking powerful. Like it's an energy. It's not even just like the way she like talks. And I'm not saying this just to say it. Like for real, it's like you can ask anybody that knew her. She was
Well, here's how I know.
Powerful.
The reason how I know why she was powerful and a nice person is that because Miley, when Janice passed away, she posted Instagram.
No, she didn't. She actually was at the service.
She was at
and
the
she
service.
sang at the service.
She sang at the service. I mean, imagine being a coach. Like for instance, Last Comic Standing, right? I was like a judge or a coach.
Yeah.
And then I meet a comedian. If I met anybody there, I would just be like, and then,
Yeah.
2 years later, I find
Yeah.
out they died and be like, oh, that sucks, you
Yeah.
know?
yeah.
But for Miley to show up, right, and to get emotional, right, it just makes me love her even more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like she's very in touch with
Yeah.
life and herself.
And I came into it not liking Miley Cyrus at all. Like I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of celebrities that I like really like feel heavy about. Like there's not a lot of strong feelings that I have towards celebrities. She's one of them that's just like, but by the end of it, she was really cool.
Yeah.
And she had helped Janis out in other ways after the show had ended. She, like I think financially or something.
I believe that.
But
believe that
she
too.
was so close to Janis too.
Let me ask you this. Was she sick on the show?
She was. I'm not sure about the cancer, but she was still struggling with a lot of lupus. And so there were days where she was just broken down, and she would still like show up.
Yeah.
And she would come with like a bag of like all these oils, and even when she was like feeling bad, she was like handing out her oils and stuff, trying to help other people feel better. She's like, these are all my things, you guys can have some.
Oh my God.
This makes me feel better in this way and this way, and this one does this and this one does this. And she was just incredible.
Because they never touched on her lupus on the show, but remember we deduced. We were like, oh, I think that she's probably going through some stuff.
Yeah, that
health
seemed like
stuff.
it. Yeah.
She's going through a lot.
I would also want to say something about the show is that you when you were on it, it was the golden years. I think that I'm done. I'm being
We
real.
stopped halfway through
We
the
stopped
season.
watching that show because
And judge the
They-
Filipino guys out.
they keep adding new rules and making it different right?
Yeah.
And then becomes like, and then now they do a thing where, you know what I mean? All the contestants are out, right? And they're like little groups.
Yeah.
And then they do challenges like, you know what I mean? Someone will
really?
go, yeah, you know, my guy Cliff will challenge your, you know what I mean? That kind of a
That's a
thing.
new thing?
Yeah. And it's,
Oh.
I hate it. Yeah. And here's another thing. And I'm not kidding you, bro. Your year, and we saw a couple years before and after.
Yeah.
But your specific season was the talent was 10 out of, how many contestants are there? Hundreds, 40. There was like 15 of you guys that were at the toppest, like the best I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And now you see one or two guys that are like really incredible, and the rest aren't. You know, but you know, I don't know. I just want to say that. I went on a fucking thing. You know what I mean?
He's a fan of the show.
Yeah.
Please, if you ever have the time to inspect who
see-
Bobby follows on Instagram,
I feel like a
you'll
crazy,
find that
like an old perverted crazy man. Am I coming across like that? I gotta change.
Yeah, let's switch it
I
up.
gotta change. I gotta
Let's
change it.
switch it
I'm
up.
not doing this. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, he's change his look. He's gonna change
Yeah.
his look.
Yeah.
Get ready,
Keep it up. Keep everything up. Keep everything up. Keep everything up.
get ready
Yeah.
for the
I
new
don't
Bobby.
Fuck.
All right,
I don't
all right.
fuck about this
Okay.
shit.
He's gonna act
I
like he
know.
hates the show.
I know all kinds of people too. You know.
Yeah.
I got shit going on too. I don't give a fuck, bro. Anyway, Noah's here, back. Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
You know, after the show, we went back into high school. And what have you been doing now? Last couple of years?
I've been working on an album. I put out some singles after it, just because I thought I had to, just to stay relevant. But I didn't really care about them at all. And again, I was still figuring out who I am. I still am. But now I got a full ass album. It's 14 tracks, and it's the closest thing I can get to right now to being something that I can feel proud of for the first time, which is sick. I did it all myself. For some of the singles that I released earlier, I went to studios, and you know, I had an engineer that was manning the booth while I played the instruments or whatever, or I hired some instrument people to play instruments. This one, I'm literally back in my backyard shed, and I'm just making music there. Every instrument is played by me. All the production is by me. Mixing, I'm my own engineer. Partly out of necessity, partly because I honestly just love it, and it feels that the outcome feels a lot more satisfying, just being able to do it myself and being able to say that I did it myself.
Yeah. But even on the show, you can tell that your arrangements were like a little different. So you know we would go, oh yeah, Noah did that.
Yeah.
When you would do it, right? Like you arranged it.
Were you
that's
allowed
cool.
to sort of, call the shots on that?
Yeah, actually, surprisingly, they let me call a lot of shots on the production. They would obviously come in after I had sent. I would literally make them on my laptop, send them in. Sometimes I had 2 hours to create an entire production for the song, and that was insane. Like for Ordinary World, I didn't know the song. They said you're doing this song. I had 2 hours to first of all learn it, then create an entire track, then go in for the rehearsal. It was insane.
You can't say I don't want to do that one.
Man, if I could, man.
No, you couldn't say.
No.
You don't really. You have no choice.
I can no. Well, you do have choice. That's what I can say. For a lot of it, you do have a lot.
But there's
of
probably
choice.
hey, it's this or this.
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Right.
yeah.
Oh, I see. It's this
Yeah.
or this. Yeah.
It's this Duran Duran version or this Duran Duran, but same song.
You know what, guys? You are right, because to even sing somebody else's song, you probably need the rights to it.
Yeah.
So they have only a certain probably option.
Correct.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for
Right,
sure.
right. Yeah.
And I had offered different songs that I thought were incredible, that I thought would be huge, and get what they wanted out of me out of it. Like
Yeah.
there are a couple One Direction ones that they threw at me that I had to deflect many times,
Yeah.
and they were just relentless with that.
Yeah.
But I had offered some really, really cool songs, and they were like, damn, that would be sick, but we don't have the rights.
Oh.
And that's kind of how that one happened.
Yeah.
But that was insane. But every single one of them, I did all the production myself. They would come in later and have the band play it, and in their, in the studio magic that they work, it's completely different than the stuff that I do. They put little textures and put in like slide guitars and stuff that I would never put into a song.
Yeah.
But, it's the voice. So they would take it and they just add little things to kind of bring it together a little bit more for their audience.
Yeah.
And where am I going with this?
No, this is exactly what we want to listen to.
Yeah.
Right. All the little,
Now I have a touchy question. Do you think that getting on a reality competition like this, do you think it's more of a positive, or can it be detrimental?
Honestly, it depends, because I get a lot of people asking me this question, like, I want to be on The Voice, like, should I do it? Honestly, it's about what kind of artist you are. I met artists on there, John Moreau being one, Brooke Simpson being another one. Obviously natural performers, pop icons, just like killer, just wanting to be entertaining. And like that's what their heart is. It's just entertaining, putting out something that people will enjoy, and that being what they are. And for people like that, I think it's absolutely great. I think it depends whether you want to be at the top of the industry. Obviously, doing something like The Voice kind of hinders you from going anywhere.
No. You know what? If anybody, listen up. Anybody that's a kid that gets asked to do The Voice, you fucking do it. I'll tell you why. Because number one, right? We all know it's corporate television. You think that I've been on a sitcom before. You think I like saying the things I say, right?
Yeah.
You think it's the funniest thing I've ever fucking done? No, but it's like, oh shit, it's on TV. Do you rarely get the opportunity to be even on the fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
You do it because it teaches you shit like I said before. You know what I mean? Being able to perform under pressure, but also, I'm sorry, but all the people that you're on the show with are super talented people.
Oh yeah.
Right? And it's like I would love to have been on a show, which I did. Mad TV was like that, where everyone on there, from Key and Peele to Ike to all these people, Mike McDonald, they're all so talented, and you're asked to be a part of it, and you kind of go, oh shit, maybe I got something. It's good for everything, right? To be included. So I'm glad you did it, because without that fucking show, you wouldn't be here.
Yeah, that's very true.
I would have not known who you were ever.
Yeah.
Maybe
it also depends. Like I think it depends. Like I really honestly think it varies from person to person, and I think that's the thing is, like, people want to say, if you're a musician, make music and sound like Elvis, or make music and sound like this pop star. And and it's something that I learned throughout the process was, everybody does something different. You don't have to be at the top of the industry to be a fulfilled human being. You don't have to be on the Tonight Show to feel, No, I was just saying, like, but some people, that's honestly what they do. No.
Yeah.
No, hear me out.
Yeah, but
and
this is what, and I'm holding. But can I just do this for a second?
Yeah.
He's giving you energy.
I'm giving you energy. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, but I'm saying that it's different types of people, and it's all great, and it's all just as good as each one. No, honestly.
No.
I agree with you 100%.
Whether you're a pop star, whether
It's-
you're a guy playing drums in a jazz club, whether you're a
I agree
garbage
with
man,
you.
whether
I'm
you're
just blocking
1,000%.
whatever.
it's
Your energy right now is I'm blocking it. Like, all right, because what you're saying is this feels better. What you're saying right now is wrong. Okay. Go ahead. Yeah, thank you.
But he's actually saying
I know what he's saying.
I
I know what he's saying, right? I disagree.
You like more. You don't like any mainstream stuff.
No. Listen to me right now, okay? The best comic at the Comedy Store, right, is Rick Ingram. I'm sorry, you've never heard of Rick Ingram. Have you heard of Rick Ingram? No one knows who Rick Ingram is.
I do. He's
I know you
amazing.
do,
I know
but,
he is.
but the best comic we have is Rick Ingram. Why don't you know him? Because he's never been on TV. Ever. He's now starting to. He did Bill Burr is doing his own Comedy Central like stand-up series, and he got Rick on it, right? And apparently Rick obliterated the room when they were shooting it. But still, no one knows who Rick Ingram is right now, and he's been doing comedy as long as almost I have, over 20 years.
So it must be really fulfilling for him.
But no, because he has a daughter, and he mopes in the back, and he goes, man, I'm trying still, man. Hopefully I'll make it for my daughter. And he's been over 20 years.
See, that's the difference. That's a person that needs to provide. That becomes not about you anymore. When you have kids, that becomes about feeding.
Yeah.
The energy block.
That's you change as a person when you have
That's
children.
fine.
You need to start
Yeah.
providing.
Yeah.
And for that reason.
Can I say this though?
Yeah.
All right. Is that the difference between, right? Let's be honest. Now let's be honest, okay? With all of us in this room, all right? Everyone thinks that they have a talent, if you really think about it.
Let me see.
You know what I mean? People think that they have it. They do. I've been on sets where they stop, they go cut, and extras are like doing dancing and showcasing, right?
Peacocking,
Thinking that they have some sort of fucking talent, all right? And what a show like The Voice is they already weeded out the ones that don't generally, right? They only ask, right? Look at American Idol this year. That guy, what's his name? Jeremiah Lloyd, the gay
Harmon.
guy. Harmon.
The guitar guy?
No,
Dope as
it's
fuck.
the pianist.
So good. That Mexican dude, what's his name?
Alejandro. Yeah.
They're like, they're like gifted. You can tell why they're in it, right?
Yeah.
When you see him do the fucking Phil Collins doing all the sexy eyes to all the women in the audience, right?
Yeah.
Right? And getting Miley Cyrus going out of her vagina juice. You know what I mean?
Oh no.
I can say vagina juice.
You can.
You can, yeah.
Sorry, my bad. It's
all
Yeah, I
good.
know you're a little boy, but
Just block. Use the energy block. Just use the energy block. There you go.
Yeah, just, all right,
that
there we
if
go.
you don't like
Now,
it.
but anybody, right, that has the opportunity, if you're a singer or a comedian or you're even an actor, if someone's like, "Hey, we want you to do NCIS Alaska," right, and you're like, you won a Tony or whatever for Broadway, and we're gonna pay you $250,000 a week to say, "I found the blood splots."
It's in the igloo.
Right.
It's in the igloo.
It's in the igloo, right? Very good. You're gonna be writing on that show.
Yes.
Oh, fuck a writer.
Right.
I want to be a writer.
The igloo thing.
And that Tony
sorry.
Award-winning actor is gonna do fucking NCIS because the money's there and it's on TV and it's gonna just help everything. It's about exposure, right?
It is if that's your end game. I mean, it depends.
He's saying, look,
That's
he's
not his
saying,
end game. That's not his end game.
It depends. It depends on where you want to end up,
Sweetie,
right? So
all
you-
Right. No, I know. I like fighting with him. I like fighting with Noah Max.
He's pretty good.
He's very good.
Because oh man,
Express yourself.
no. Now I just lost my train of thought. Oh no.
Do you know why you did though?
You stood up.
Do you know why you did? Do you know why you did?
What?
Because it wasn't valid.
Oh,
Your train of thought wasn't valid and was based on some fucking bullshit. And now look what I'm doing.
Oh, no.
I'm sucking.
Now I
I'm
remember
sucking
it.
your. Well, you do.
yeah. No,
Go
I
ahead.
remember. Okay.
Unblock it. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so
It's valid.
oh man, so
You fucking idiot! You fucking punk! You little punk bitch! Look at you! Look at you!
okay. So
right.
You guys got
I could be a musician today,
Yeah.
and then I could say, fuck this shit. What makes my heart happy is going to college, getting an education, becoming a banker or a lawyer, or I could do that as a person, and because I'm not taking
Interesting.
every opportunity
That's
to be a
very interesting.
musician.
So you're-
after
so-
that
Come on,
point,
let him finish.
No, all right.
after not taking every opportunity to be a musician, I'm not letting myself down. That's not me destroying myself. That's just me following what I want to do. If I have the opportunity to do it, if I have the privilege to say no, if I have an option, if that
Got
makes
it.
sense.
Yes. Yes, that is just a touch too cerebral for this.
No,
dipshit,
it's not.
but-
It's not. No, I have my argument, but you didn't let me do it.
But, okay, this
Did
is
you
the
forget
same
it?
I was gonna-
conversation.
no, I don't- I didn't
let me
forget
say
it.
something. This is the same argument I have with him all the time because he seems to think
This fuck
that
right here.
that a shiny life equals happiness, right? So what I tell him, it's like, look, if that's not what I set out to do, I can be fulfilled in my own way. It might not fulfill your expectations of me,
Right.
but I'm fulfilling my expectations.
All right,
And you
so-
know where I learned that? I honestly the place that I learned that was from my girlfriend because
Oh, the one that you don't even want to
Yeah.
mention her. Oh, now you're gonna mention
hear
her.
it.
I'm talking her up. I'm talking her
Oh,
up.
you're gonna mention her now.
I want to hear
I
this.
wanna hear it.
wanna
I'm
this.
talking her up. This is because honestly, that's what I had that mindset where
Give me a pen because
I thought-
I have things I want to
thought-
say, but I'm gonna
I
forget.
thought you work in an office job,
Yeah.
you're somehow failing yourself.
Right.
And if you're not chasing a dream that is creative, you're failing yourself. If you're not an entrepreneur, you're failing yourself.
Right.
And those are just all things that make me happy.
Okay.
And they are things that are a lot of times harder to obtain in society.
Can I
Yeah.
speak?
But
After me, though.
but none of anything that you do as a human being that makes you happy can be invalid.
Correct. And this is why I think that when people are like, oh, don't be mediocre, that's our perception of mediocre.
Exactly.
Mediocre. What if that person living that life is 50 times happier and more content and balanced than we are? Because we are not exactly. You don't consider yourself mediocre, but are we happy? We're happy-ish. But that person could be.
Life is misery.
But there are people there are
That's
people,
what it is. There's nothing. There's only one way, which is misery. That's what it is. And we're all trying to justify. You know what I mean? Oh, look at the little butterfly with the little, with the wings. How
Yeah.
beautiful is that? There's a God.
Yeah.
But it's still miserable. We're just trying to like.
As a butterfly? You mean the butterfly?
No.
effect?
That's a bad example. But like, no, what I'm saying is that like, we go about our day trying to convince ourselves that we're happy, right? But it's still a layer of it's miserable. Now let me finish this point. Now I wanted to make with this guy.
He made a very good
It's
point
not
that I
good, but
agree
I'm going
with,
to tell you
though.
why. Okay, 'Cause this is what I gathered from what you said.
Did you write notes?
You wrote no.
I did. Wrote, yeah.
What does it say? I want to say Baker?
No, yeah.
Why does that say Baker on there?
Say Baker, baby.
Hit him with the old
Yeah.
Baker analogy.
Baker analogy.
Let me get this straight, right? So what you're saying is that there are people out there that go, let's see, I could either put out this album, right, and then get a bunch of money on iTunes and go on a little tour and make a bunch of money and get just a knee-deep pussy and money and all kinds of... I'm sorry. I'm talking this way. Okay? Or do I get up tomorrow at 7 a.m. to become a banker?
He wrote down Baker.
I wrote down banker. That's what it was. Because
Okay,
you said
alright.
banking,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone does that. I think
Wait,
I
everyone's...
think people do though.
People do.
Well, yeah.
If they have two... No. No. People become bankers because they didn't make it.
What?
No, that is
That's
not at all
true.
what it is.
You are out of time.
Hold on.
That is completely
Bobby, what
not
are you
true.
saying?
Don't say that. We have people that are
You
bakers that
just trashed
listen.
so many bankers
I
right
didn't.
now.
No, I didn't. I'm not saying that banking, right? I'm not saying banking is a bad job. It's a noble job. But I'm just saying that if you had two options, right? I'm going to play Madison Square Garden right now, right? Just listen to what I'm saying, and for one show, make $250,000, or show up to this bank 5 times a week for a year and not even make that in one night. I don't think anybody would have taken the banking route.
They have no
I
happiness
think
in
that-
money.
Give me a notepad.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. Write it down.
Madison Square Garden.
Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
I'll use a very tiny
Give
example
me the
from my
example
own
of some.
life.
No, give me an example of somebody that go. You know what? I don't want to be on Modern Family. I want to work at Home Depot.
I'll tell you a person, right? Like Jules would not want to be on Modern Family.
I think that you're speaking from a
Jules.
very like driven point of view, which was, you're speaking on behalf of your own dreams and how much you wanted them, right? And not everybody has that same, like, for instance, I'll be real with you. I thought that I would feel completely fulfilled working less and not slaving away in a hospital 12 hours on my feet as a nurse. That's why I quit nursing. And I thought, okay, work smarter, Khalyla. Now you work less days and you make more money. But I can't tell you that I feel nearly as good as I did,
Yes, you
bedside
could.
with somebody.
Yes, you
yes,
could.
I all I'm saying is I'm not happier now than I was then.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not.
Except
And I
with
thought
are.
that I
You
would
are.
be. I was so sure I would be.
You don't know you are, but you are.
you don't know
You
what
are.
you are.
Because life is misery, right? That's what you're in right now, dude. All right?
You also got to take into account too, like somebody working as a banker may feel more fulfilled because they have a family that's their dream, is to have a loving family supporting them. A lot of artists, me included, want to stay away from that shit as long as possible. I'm not speaking for you. I'm speaking for
I know you
myself.
are.
But like I'm trying. Obviously, I'm an artist. I want to be a musician. I do want to sell out Madison Square Garden if I can, but that's my end goal. For somebody's end goal could have a lot more to do with the other aspects of life than their profession as well, and I think that's just as valid.
That's true, and I think that profession is only one aspect of someone's, in their inner pie chart of their life.
Okay, you're
profession
right.
isn't 100%
You're
of your
right.
happiness.
Yeah.
You're right.
Other
You're
things
right.
weigh,
That
you
last
know,
one.
yeah.
That last one was good.
For me, the profession is a good 70 to 80% of it.
Right.
And I think for a lot of artists and a lot of musicians, it kind of has to be. And
Okay.
I count comedy as an art. Obviously, you do too, right?
As an art?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Noah. It is an art. Even when you were performing, it's an art, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it's not as expressive sometimes like music. You can do more, but it is. I could argue this point.
Okay, argue it.
To
I
the
want to
end.
hear
No,
it.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to do it anymore.
I want to
because
hear your final
we're-
Jerry
no,
Springer
we're not,
words.
We're
Come on,
not
let's
doing
wrap
it because
up.
we obviously, right, are several different kinds of people in this room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right?
That's true.
You have the ones that are living in a dream state, living in a dream state, delusional, and cray-cray, like the kids say, and one that has a foundation. All right? And that's realistic.
Gabe, checkmate.
Oh, really, Gilbert?
Gotta get
I don't. You know. I just. You know what? What he said though is convincing. I agree with you. I guess. I don't know. I don't know
Hold on,
people
I
like
say
that.
the other things on your notes.
It just says banker versus musician,
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
right? And I just don't know if, what I mean, if somebody. I think people become bankers when they didn't make it as a musician.
I don't know, man.
That's a.
Yeah, because I don't.
But
because
again-
I don't know. Because I'll tell you why. Because this is why the podcast is. I love arguing. But the thing is,
Yeah.
but I don't know the example. Like you have to tell me like, oh, so Paul Simon, right? He works at Whole Foods, right?
Yeah.
Then I go to Whole Foods and I see Paul Simon bagging groceries, right? From Simon and Garfunkel, if you don't know him. And then he's like, I'd rather do this. This is where my heart is.
What
That's
if he's
never
really
happened.
into zucchinis?
There's no way. That's never happened.
What if he really
That's
into?
never happened in the history of life, right? It's always the guy like, you're a banker now? Yeah. I thought you were in a band called the Go Dreams or whatever, right?
I think that
Yeah,
can happen.
but we
too, though.
didn't. Yeah, we did it a couple of years, did the road, but we just couldn't get anyone to pay attention. And we all have. We all need to make money.
Yeah.
But see, that's what
That-
it is. It's not. It has nothing to do with
That does happen.
no
I
90
agree.
all the time.
And
for
when
sure.
that does happen, you know what's really enraging to me is when people think that they're too good for a certain job. So they stay broke and they mooch off of other people rather than
right.
say, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna drive an Uber and make ends meet. When
Yeah.
they think that they're just too far, they're way too fucking cool
Yeah.
for any job.
Yeah.
That pisses me off. That enrages me.
I agree.
It's like that story I told you about when I auditioned for Mad TV a long time ago, and there was another lady. I told you about that story. Another lady that said that she was auditioning too. She was at the final one, and I go, "You gonna do this?" And she's like, they're only paying $7,000. You know what I mean? A week, and I want 10.
Yikes.
So I go, yeah, but we're young and this is our first show. 7's fine. She's like, nah, I'm asking for 10.
Yikes.
And then 15 years later, I was at a restaurant and she goes, can I help you? And I look up, it's the same girl. She's waiting tables. And the first thing she says to me, she goes, I should have taken the 7.
But there's no shame in waiting tables either.
She was on the precipice of killing herself.
Oh, that's her
You could
end
tell.
goal didn't
You could tell that
pan out quite.
there was something going on there, right?
Let's end on
Listen,
a good note.
No, we are. No, we're gonna do unhelpful advice,
Okay,
right?
yeah,
I think
yeah.
you know what. I think became a little too argumentative. I put a little funk in the room, right?
No, that's me too.
Yeah, no, it's my fault.
Okay.
You made valid points.
You made very good points.
Very
You know
valid
what? Let me
points.
ask you something, okay? Do you live still north of us?
Yeah, I do.
Do you still the same place you grew up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I live with my parents.
Still, you're never gonna move outside of that area.
No, of course I am.
Would you ever move to LA?
Possibly. I wouldn't.
Where do you wanna
I
go?
wouldn't want to.
Where would you want to live?
I want to live in France for a little bit.
That was a left turn.
I fucking love it.
I
fucking love that.
If I could, yeah, I want to live somewhere in Europe for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I want to end up back north. I want to end up as close to the city as possible.
San Francisco?
San Francisco,
The
yeah.
best town.
It's incredible. I don't want to live in San Francisco. I'm starting to realize more and more it's
Shame.
kind of awful.
How far are you from San Francisco, the town you
Are you from Oakland?
like? If I'm
I'm
in
around
San Francisco and I text you and I go, let's go grab lunch, is it too far?
No, I'm pretty close. Like
You are?
where we are. I'm probably like an hour away if there's traffic.
Oh, okay.
So
Wow.
it's nice, and I wanna be there. I don't care if I live in San Francisco. I don't care if I live in Oakland. But as long as I'm near them, I'll probably end up being very happy.
Now, this album that you made, is it out right now?
It's not out yet.
When does it come out?
It comes out in July.
Okay, so you have the date?
Promotion.
It's all I can say is it's July right now.
All right, so Noah Mack has a new album coming out in July, everybody. All right. Now, I'm going to say something right now.
Yeah.
You know, I was excited when Paul Banks did the show a couple weeks ago, right? This, to me, is just as exciting, Noah Mack, because I genuinely think this kid has a future. He might become a banker later. I don't know. You know what I mean?
You'll be happy.
Right, but this
well, that
kid
He
has...
said 70-80% on his pie chart.
He has this kid. Hey, listen to me, guys. Right now, this kid has the ability. He's on. You know, he's got the thing. You know, that thing, that touch. He has it in his eyes. He has it in his voice. He has it as a person. He's cool as fuck, right? And by him even being in this little tiny, you know, apartment in Hollywood, right? It's there's just so much joy coming from me because you're the first one, because I love those kind of shows that ever like responded to me. I'm being real, and I do it all the time. Like I follow Addison Egg, and she don't know nothing. I say shit, she don't know nothing. Brooks, I stopped following her because she wouldn't follow me back. You know what I mean? Chloe Kahansky said one thing, right? So fuck that. You're the guy, all right? But in July, his album comes out.
Yeah.
I really where you can iTunes
Everywhere.
everywhere. Download it. Don't do cheap shit, right? Fucking pay for the full price. I'm gonna do it. So at the end of our show, we do this thing called Unhelpful Advice, and you don't have to be a professional. Say whatever your heart says.
All right.
How long are you in town for? A week?
No, I'm leaving tomorrow.
When did you get here?
A couple days ago.
Do you have to do a press tour?
This is the first press that I'm doing. I don't even have anything lined up yet. So
What's your
this is the
handles?
first.
Noah Mack at No Mac, like Twitter.
Yeah, I think if you just type in Noah Mack, it'll come up.
It'll come up.
Yeah.
You're verified.
Yeah.
Sick. You're not. Are you verified?
Nope.
No.
Oh man.
Oh,
No, do it real. Be pro right now. Do it real.
unhelpful advice
Yeah.
with Bobby.
Forget it.
Okay, and
Forget
then we're
it.
back.
It's not good.
Hello, Captain. I know this will be a good question for you as well. Hello, Captain. I'm 18 years old. I live in Utah, and I don't do much except work. In high school, I didn't really give a shit and just wanted to graduate. And so now I don't know what I want to do in my life. I have always liked the idea of doing comedy or music, but I can never actually get myself to try because I am too scared of failing. What can I do to get myself to actually do it? We'll call him K. Music. He's too scared of
hard.
failing.
I know a lot of people like that, and I think it comes down to, again, knowing what you really want out of the end of it. If you're in it for a certain type of success, know what that success is, and then the only thing that you need to do is work toward that. And that way it becomes less about, well, what do I do, and what if I fail this, and what if I fail that? If you're working towards that goal that you set for yourself, then it's going to make it a lot easier. That being said, I don't know. I'm probably not the best person to ask about this.
I think that failing is so crucial. I think that failing is something that you absolutely have to happen in your life multiple times. And just, I always say this, like, fail forward. And there's this Daft Punk song. I know that people don't go to Daft Punk for lyrics, but there's this one Daft Punk
Two songs with lyrics.
Yeah, where it says, like, if you lose your way tonight, that's how you know the magic's right. But I think that's part of life. It's like you have to be willing to lose your way in order to sort of see what you're capable of, see what you want out of life, and sort of, find what might make you happy. You know?
I agree.
You never live in the results. If you do something and you say, oh, if I do this, and this will happen, which is never the case. So you just have to just do it because you love it. And then whatever happens from it, either you get signed and you blow the fuck up, you get on The Voice, somebody asks you to be on The Voice, or whatever it might be. Those things, he didn't plan that. No actor didn't go, I want to be on The Voice. They offered it to him. He had to make a decision. And it wasn't something that he thought he listened to people's advice and his parents and stuff, and he did it, right? But you just gotta just do it because you love it, and then see what happens.
Yeah, and it's like if music and you already have two things that you say you're into, and that's a lot more than what people can say for themselves.
Yeah.
At 18, I didn't know I couldn't even say, oh, I like comedy or music. I was just like, a dumb fuck teenager. Like, what do I like? I don't know what I like.
Yeah.
I do have to agree, and I say that because of technology and where we're at as a society, it is, I guess, a lot easier, I think, becoming an artist in general than it was. I think that you have obviously YouTube stars, and some of them would have never made it without YouTube, but some of them are very talented, and I have to admit that. I admit that if you look at some YouTubers and guys that didn't do the traditional thing that I did, which is work your fucking ass off, show up at open mics for 20 years, and you fucking crawl your way up to the top. You just turned on a fucking mechanism and go, hi, I'm JoJo, and look at my fucking punch that I made. Right? And they're like, you can make this with watermelon juice and all, whatever. And then people go, we like it. And then they get the fans, right?
Yeah.
I didn't do watermelon juice. I did, show up at an open mic at a comedy club in Hollywood. Wait 9 hours to do 3 minutes. And you do that every fucking week for 10 years.
Oh my
Sorry,
God.
my bad. I got emotional. So do that. All right. Give me another question. I'm not done. I'm going.
The last one is not really unhelpful advice. They just have a question. We got it a couple times actually. Is Bobby, why do you hate magicians? What is the root? See,
I don't hate them. I just don't trust them. It's like
is there a childhood story?
no. It's like this, and I'm being real.
Yeah.
If I'm walking down the street and I go, some guy goes, "Hey, you're Bobby Lee. You're a comedian, right?" And I go, "Yeah." what do you do? And they're like, I'm a warlock. I'm out. I don't look them in the eyes because that's what they say in the books. Okay. And I just go straight. I just go follow the ground and just get the fuck out of there.
Interesting.
I don't fuck with magicians, warlocks, wizards, sorcerers of any kind of
Sorcerers
voodoo.
are strong.
I don't do any of that shit. And that's one of the reasons, because it's a portal to, it's a gateway drug to heaven's,
Right.
the gates of hell.
Have you not seen Aladdin when Jafar turns into the sorcerer?
Oh, at the very end.
Yeah, that's a scary thing. Sorcerers are not to be trusted. I'm with you, babe.
I don't like, do you like magicians?
Yeah, low key.
What?
He loves.
I low key
yeah.
like. I don't know. I used to a lot when I was younger. I
Yeah.
used to have all the magic tricks. I used to do tricks for my family.
Oh, yeah.
Loved it
You do,
so much.
Because when you practice enough,
Yeah.
right? But
No, I sucked. I didn't practice enough.
I know, but still, you were like, you still did the trick good enough for people to go, oh, that was amazing.
No.
Okay.
I did that.
Well, okay.
is honestly-
yeah. It's so funny how fast though, like they can do this, right? And they have like, 19 things behind their hand, and they can.
So
right?
you do
They
like
grip it.
magicians.
I do. That's
Okay.
why,
Oh.
because it's such a crazy talent.
He
It's
just
like,
doesn't want to be in front of one. Like he'll watch them on YouTube, but he doesn't want to meet one.
I don't ever want to meet him.
So if David Blaine wanted to do this podcast,
Fuck him.
No,
I'm not
we
kidding you.
don't
I'm
do
not,
magicians.
here's the thing, though. It's not because I don't believe in what they do. I really do believe they're freaks.
That it's magic. He believes in
I
magic.
believe in magic, and they're freaky because there's certain things that they do that are so, or they'll keep 15 doves and it doesn't look like nothing's on their arms.
America's
Yeah.
Got Talent. Yeah.
Like he does believe Voldemort exists.
I do.
Yeah.
So fuck on them.
Okay.
I like musicians, not magicians. That's what my grandfather used to say.
Title of the episode.
So let me. I have one last question for you, Noah. Are there anybody that you still text frequently from the show that was another contestant?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah. This guy Stefan. He was out, I think, around the knockouts or something. He is such an incredible person to me, and he's like grown to be one of my best friends.
No.
Yeah. And
Stefan?
Yeah, Stefan Marcellus.
Okay.
He's great. Like he's just an amazing human being. Obviously, we don't make very similar music, but I still I actually just I'm working on a track for him that I'm producing, and we just hang out and jam still, which is super, super fun for me because I need that. And he's just, I can't tell you how incredible of a person he is.
Yeah, Stefan. Look him up too on YouTube, guys.
Yeah.
Stefan.
Right?
I will.
For sure.
But I honestly believe this is that you have a knack for even talking. We really like you here.
Yes.
Oh, thank
we
you.
do.
We're not pushing. I could talk to you forever. And I could argue with you forever. And I encourage you.
And we're old. The fact that you're so wise at such a young
Yeah,
age.
it's crazy.
We were dumb fucks,
Dumb fuckers.
when we were your age.
I still pick my nose and eat it.
He does, and you know what? He can't tell time.
I do. I can't tell time.
Didn't have to say that out loud.
Yeah. I really do. And sometimes I'll pick my nose in the car,
Yeah.
right? And I'll roll it into a ball,
then
like
what?
intending to eat it. But I saw one time Brooke Shields, some paparazzi.
Eat her booger?
Saw her eat her booger.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, and that's not good. That's not a good look.
No, but if it's out there, it's out there.
Yeah, but it's not a good look. You know what I mean? Don't eat your boogers. But they're
Don't
so
eat your
delicious.
booger. But they are pretty
So delicious.
salty. Everyone's eating their boogers.
Dude,
If you have any
have you
post nasal
eaten your
drip,
boogers?
I can't say. I probably have when I was young. I don't know, but I wouldn't now.
yeah, I wouldn't, sweetie.
I'm
Can I say
guessing,
that?
yeah.
All right, can I say this?
Are they salty? Tell me that it's a little salty.
I'm gonna just say this to this young guy, right? You eat your boogers every day. You don't take it out of your face. It goes internally,
post nasal drip.
Mucus.
right? So you're sucking in, and it goes into your
No,
body.
no. You can pick your nose, but the ingesting of said mucus,
Right. But it goes the
Well,
other
what
way.
is- what does that
It's
provide
called
to your
flavor,
body? Okay.
right? Have you ever heard of flavors?
You don't know everything, no.
You don't know everything, right? Like, for instance, right? Why do you chew gum? That's why you eat boogers. You like the flavor. I like
choose gum for
Does
flavor.
do boogers freshen your breath?
no, but it's got sort of like a what do I
man.
say? Like when you eat Korean barbecue, right? And sometimes, on the skillet or whatever they use, they have a burnt piece of like
The char. Yeah.
char, yeah.
right? Sometimes that char can taste like a booger.
Okay,
That's
so
all
I
I'm
have a
saying.
question. I have a question. Do you only eat what's rollable, or do you eat like the
All right,
sticky?
you know what? I didn't even want to get into
I
it,
wanna
but
know
if you want to get
specifics.
into
Now
it,
I'm
I'll get
intrigued.
into it. All right. I don't eat my boogers every day. I do it maybe 3 times a year. I do it when it's
Rollable.
It's a rollable
Special
situation,
occasions.
right?
Yeah.
And
No, no. I have another question.
know,
No, please let me ask this, because if you get a really wet booger, but if you air it out for 5 minutes, then you can roll it.
yeah,
Do you ever do that?
yeah, and I also do this. I'm gonna watch this. So these are your teeth, right?
Oh my god,
It's a diagram.
I'm gonna give you a
it's a Venn diagram.
Yeah,
Those are some interesting teeth.
all right. These are teeth, okay? These are gums, right?
One baby tooth.
All right, no, I just said right. And these are your front teeth, but let's say that these are behind. Let's say these are your teeth from behind. You're shooting it this way, out, right? And like if I was looking at you, this would be your head. You're shooting out that, right? This is your head.
I don't
This
know
is
what's happening.
Yeah, there you are. That's you, all right?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Right. So we're looking out. What I do is I'll roll the booger right into a ball and just stick it right here.
Oh man.
Wait, let me see. I want to see
And I'll
On your
just stick-
tooth?
on the-
behind
yeah,
your tooth,
behind the tooth,
like
right?
tobacco, like when like it's
Chewing
Like
tobacco?
right? And I'll just let it cake it in there for like 6 hours.
and you
And
just
over
man.
hours, it slowly it comes. Anyway, that's just something I do.
3
It's
times
fun
a
if
year.
you wanna.
3 times a year.
3 times a year.
3
yeah,
times
yeah.
a year.
this is
Yeah.
why your sex life is going through a
Yeah.
slump.
But this is
He just eats
Look at
boogers
how
every
great
day.
this photo is, though.
got
Right?
real.
This is a great photo. You know what? I'm gonna sell this photo.
Sign it.
I'm gonna sign it right here. I'm signing this photo, right?
A fan can get this.
Yeah, booger.
I can't be with a booger eater.
Featuring
sweetie.
Noah
You gotta-
Mack.
Yeah, and sign here. Sign this right up here. Noah Mack. I'm gonna see if anyone will buy this.
Okay.
I'm being real.
We'll put it online, yeah.
Right. So let's see. And I'm gonna sign. Yeah, I signed it too. All right.
We show the camera one more time.
So this right here is called booger. That's Noah's face, right? That's the booger on the tooth. This is a pretty good drawing.
Behind the
right?
tooth, behind the
tooth. We'll start. I'm gonna sell this for
Bid start it at
$5.
Should we let people just bid?
yeah
$5.
$5.
Let's just see, and we'll frame it if you buy it. We'll frame it,
George
right?
has to do that.
But this is a masterpiece. Okay.
We might frame it. Let's
Yeah.
we'll let them choose the expensive frame.
They just
frame
like
it for sure.
put it in a scroll like type, sweetie.
Great
Oh my
energy.
God.
Great energy boost, George.
Yeah.
It's like, what it is that, how sometimes,
Right.
let's say you're a fisherman. Let's say you're a fisherman, right? And you're on a boat with, a bunch of fishermen. And then a new guy comes along. And when he puts the cast out, the whole rod goes into the water, right? And he goes, oh, I got nervous, right? That's this guy.
Throwing rods.
No, not that. Just a guy that he shouldn't be on the boat. He should not be on the boat. But he is on the boat. And we have to pretend, you know what I mean? But one more word out of you right now, man. I love you. Okay? I fucking love you. But your cousin right here knows that you're being a foolish kid. and let me say something too, okay? See this? All right? This is the future. Right?
I think the word you use is right white.
This is the right
Right
light. Right. And you are the wrong kind. And I want you to find the light. Okay, George? I want you to find the light. And here's another thing, you fucking assholes on the internet, right? Is when I talk to people like this, I'm not being an alpha male. This is just the way I talk to people. So, people on Twitter, they go, yeah, we hate TigerBelly because Bobby Lee acts like an alpha male. And they all get scared, but they're not really scared. They know they're scared. Okay? Chad, look at that hurt.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, guys. This is the first. I think this is the first guy that we've had, right? Number one, that I didn't meet
Before the
beforehand.
podcast.
First time,
correct.
yeah,
first
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Like every guest we've ever had is somebody that I have at least had one conversation with.
Yeah. Correct.
But we hit it off, and what I like about it, he disagrees with me. He doesn't fully go with me with the whole banker and all that stuff, right? And this has just been a heaven sent fucking. Thank you for contacting us.
Oh, thank you for
And,
having me.
here's
for
another,
real.
and I'm being for real. Let TigerBelly be a home away from home for you. So if you ever want to plug things, listen, Noah. I mean, we have a pretty good audience, and thousands and thousands and thousands.
I'm one of them.
I know. Thank you, but you're family here, and don't always ask for stuff. We'll be there for you.
And when you get real, I mean, you sell out Madison Square Garden, don't forget us peasants.
Us peasants.
I got you.
Yeah.
So give Noah Mack a round of applause. Download
Thank
his
you.
fucking album in
Yes.
July, okay, guys? Give him a round of applause, everybody.
Thank you so much.
All right.
We'll be
And
right.
before, and I apologize. I attacked you. I said a lot of that stuff. I mean, when I was, on a thing.
It was my fault. 100%.
Thank you.
That's what
Thank
he wanted
you.
you to say.
Right. We're also moving, so the next time you come visit us, we'll be in our house. And I
Nice.
think you'll like it. But you are coming back
I'd love
next
to.
year at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm being real. I
I'm-
think it'd be nice for you to come back every year, right, to see where you're at,
Yeah, progress report.
right?
Yeah.
And God bless you.
Thank you.
And take care. Give him a round of applause, everybody. Noah Mack.
We'll be right back with some housekeeping. And we are back. What? Whoa, Khalyla. Coming in hot with that egg. That looks really good, actually.
This is really rude of me, but I'm so hungry. My sugar's dropping.
She needs to eat, guys.
Sorry.
Just
So you guys can wrap it up.
Noah Mack, great episode.
What a smart kid. Remember
yeah.
when you were that age? Were you smart and composed like that?
I'm not that
He
composed
had thought
now.
about things a lot. Like that was a very composed, smart. Like answers. Like he knew what he wanted in a sense. It's a.
And you know I can tell he was really composed because like I feel like even people my age or even younger that are in like the comedy world with Bobby, like Bobby will start talking and it's like, and we're done.
Yeah,
But he
yeah.
was like, no. Let me get my point across. Let me get my point. So it's like, okay, he like knows what he wants
Yeah,
to
he
say.
cannot be shut down.
He cannot.
Yeah. Oh, damn it. How do you raise a kid like that? I need to talk to his parents.
You can also tell he's a different type of kid because his parents are the ones that made him do the voice. He wasn't like, I want to be on TV. He's like, fuck that.
Well,
Yeah.
they probably like knew what his dreams was.
Yeah.
It was like this is for you because you need this. It felt like you want this, then you better
But
start.
I think
doing
that's
it.
what we found especially appealing about him on the show is that he looked like he didn't belong there. He was almost, I feel, too cool for that show because it is such a mainstream show. And you could tell that, he had a lot of say in how he his arrangements and all of that. So we always thought that even though we loved watching him, we thought that, he was way too cool for it. My opinion.
Hello, Kawinda.
Sorry.
Guys, it's long. It's your. Come on, jump on in.
Remy and Gobi are walk. Julio's
Kawinda
there, and
is
he's like, "Take Julio."
in the room.
Okay,
with
it was
the
after we
dogs.
were recording because we're still housekeeping.
Hey, people have missed you. Do you want to jump on?
No,
Okay, she says no, thank you.
that's sorry.
No worries.
Maybe you guys will get her on episode 200. Who knows?
Maybe. Oh, Mooms, you
Oh,
could.
she just flicked me. She just flicked me off.
Hey, who was that aimed at?
All of
Tell you what,
us.
not me.
Not everyone but Khalyla. Guys, thanks again to our sponsors, Ridge Wallet and Manscaped. Be the future with that slim, sleek front carry wallet at ridge.com/slept for 10% off. Use the promo code SLEPT. And get 20% off your men's grooming perfect package 2.0 kit at manscaped.com using the promo code BELLY. And if you want more TigerBelly, get premium audio episodes every week only at patreon.com/TigerBelly. And thanks to everyone who actually wrote us an iTunes review last week. No chorchos papaya to you, my friends. And if you haven't done it, will you please leave us a review? Read verbatim. And to everyone who has an interesting...
He would
I'm
summarize my shit.
kidding.
He would summarize
I'm
my shit.
kidding.
He finally did it right, so I'm happy.
To everyone who has an interesting problem, we have a new email for Unhelpful Advice. I can't even talk right now. That's why I have to do it verbatim. It's adviceunhelpful@gmail.com, and George is one of the greatest producers of all time. Guys, any shout-outs?
I'd like to give a shout out to my ex-mailman and his wife who listens to this show. And because we felt during the whole poop raging neighbor lady fiasco that they felt like allies. And yeah, shout out to them.
They got some merch, right? They get to rep it now.
Yeah, but I actually, that's what I wanted to ask you. We need to get our ex-mailman the Poop Rager shirt. 'cause
Oh, that's
I
right.
I promised him that because he got a kick out of it.
He got to see it every time he dropped
Yeah,
off
I mean,
the
he had to go
mail.
up and down
Every day on the
Beechwood,
beat, he saw it.
and he told us, he's like, it goes pretty far up there.
George, anyone you want to shout out? Any concepts in life, theology, philosophy, anything?
Nope, my my banker friend who was a failed politician. I just realized that after the long talk.
Oh, really?
That the only banker I know wanted to be a politician and didn't make it.
I don't think I know any bankers.
What did you always, deep down, what is one thing you always wanted to be that you didn't have the balls to say because you thought either you probably could never do it? Do you ever have that?
I mean, I think I said winning an Oscar, which I don't think is possible, but I thought that.
Oh, but that's
when I was a
still
kid.
in line with being an actor and all of
Yeah.
that. But is there any like offshoot, like weird thing that you're like, I've always wanted to do that, but I can't even entertain the idea because I'll never get there?
Politician.
Politician.
Yeah, I can't do it. Now I'm like older. I'm like, nope. But
You can do it.
I
No,
think
look, the Philippines is fucking full of dumb fucks.
I think it's my dad kept pressing that on me because he was a politician.
Yeah, but to be a politician in the Philippines
Different.
doesn't take a lot.
Oh,
Come on,
no.
fucking Manny Pacquiao is like punch drunk
I'm
self.
So
is,
true.
You know what I mean? Like we had Arab Estrada who didn't pass the 5th grade.
oh gosh.
Do you know what I
didn't
mean? Like
that.
he was just an action star. He was the equivalent of an
Man of the people.
uneducated
Man of the people. Yeah, I like
Van
it.
Damme. What do you mean? He grew up rich. That's not a man of the people. He was just an actor.
Okay.
He was an action star but was uneducated, but he wasn't even like a blue collar guy. So there you go. Yeah, you could. That's still, if that's a dream of yours, it's plausible.
in the Philippines.
Yeah, in the Philippines. Yeah.
Khalyla, where can we follow you?
At Calamity K. You didn't ask me about my dream.
Oh, what's your dream? I already know what it is.
What, astronaut? No, I'm afraid of heights.
You would. I feel like that's you all day.
No, an astronaut is not what I wanted to be.
What is
When
it?
I was in the 2nd grade, I wrote down that I wanted to be a film director. And I was never allowed to ever entertain that thought again. Ever,
Wait, are you being
ever.
serious?
I'm being serious.
That's so crazy because of
Why
our
is this
our
the
past
first we've
couple
ever heard of this?
conversations we've had.
What is
recently.
that?
Why is this the first I've ever heard of this?
Because I just never thought to give it any, I was never allowed to put any thought or emotion into that because it was something I was like, science,
Well, I'm gonna say
science that.
that's so crazy because before I even knew that, we were talking about a script in
Mm-hmm.
the car, and the way I was like, you really got to beat this out like a writer and show me what it is, or show me like where the different things in the story is. But every time you explained it, I told you explained it like a director. You already had all the visuals, I think you can
I
do it,
storyboard in my head,
which is how a director thinks.
but I cannot actual storyboard. So I wish someone could pick apart my brain and storyboard it for me.
Oh, you have a storyboard.
you
artist.
think like a
but I
director.
can't. Not good at communicating. Like I
Well,
have
they
images.
do it, and then you see if it like fulfills your vision.
Dude, you have a director's mind. Take it. I believe it. You're gonna direct something this year.
Thank you.
Even if
It's
it's
gonna be a Filipino prison drama.
Ooh.
No, dramedy. No, it's gonna be a Filipino
Okay.
prison
Musical.
musical. That's what it was. A prison musical. That's what I wanted.
But be
a
the
little
one-
ambitious, but I'm gonna throw it out in the universe.
I will
Give
say
it to me.
within the next
Narcos meets what's that one on CW? Crazy
Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Yeah, Narcos meets Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
It's a great log
but
line.
set in the Philippines. Prison musical.
But I will say, within 2 years, Khalyla will have directed a short within 2 years.
Oh, I can do that.
Exactly.
I think we can do that.
I think
I
you
think
can
we're
do
gonna
that.
do that.
I think I'm. Just
I
gonna-
think we've already done it.
I think
we're just not talking about it.
Oh yeah, I think it's already a network's buying it. What? Anyways, we'll stop there. We're revealing too much. George, where can we follow you?
I am so lost.
I know,
George
he's so
_,
lost.
Kimmel on Instagram. Please give me the 10,000 so I can get the swipe up feature.
Oh yeah.
You have a swipe up feature after 10,000?
Yes.
I've had that.
Have you ever not known about the swipe up?
I've
feature?
never known that.
I've had that at like
Yeah, 'cause-
500.
Oh, what?
I think did they change it though? For real? Like, did they change the?
I don't have it.
You do have it.
I do?
have it.
Oh wait, I don't have it.
Oh shit. Let's to the person who knows, please give me the 10,000 so I can get the swipe up feature. Thank you. You just have to switch over to a business account.
Oh, that's what
I
it is.
won't do
Yeah, I don't
that.
want to do that.
Yeah.
Bryce.
I will.
Nice Halleck and yuck. Business account, yuck.
Yeah, yuck, George.
Useful.
Sell out.
I try to be useful.
There you go.
Okay, cool. Sell out, but cool.
Okay, guess I won't promote your short with the swipe up feature. I'll do it as much as I
Hey,
can.
it already got bought.
It already got bought. We'll tell you about it after that we turn off the camera.
Jerks.
We'll tell you about it after.
You guys are. How much else are you keeping from me?
Don't worry about it.
Are we behind a paywall on lyrical already? I don't even know it.
Guys, wow, so much confusion at the end of this podcast.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, before I go, sorry, you guys can go.
Don't stop paying attention. Who cares?
Guys, I am in this food show. If you don't know,
Okay,
there's a
fair.
great episode. It was the best episode I ever did on that show. It was with Bobby.
He's super useful if you could swipe up to see it.
Okay, George, get him to 10K, and Bryce will say, yuck. But check it out. You can watch the show. It's called Family Style on Facebook Watch or Stage13.com. The Slep King's in it. It's really fun. I hope they release the unedited, longer 30-minute version because that set was chaos when Bobby was on there. They have some good parts, but ooh, it's a fun one. Have a good night. Bye.
Shukuluki muki sa